Waking up to blues. This week has been an amazing week. I'm going to be having an announcement very soon for you guys. Some people called me and they were asking me if I could, open the VIP just like I did before, or probably teach my strategy, a complete breakdown of it, how I get into the trade and all that stuff. Alright, I'm planning on doing that, but I want to give you guys, something very important, because I don't just want you guys to go ahead and pay me and at the end of the day you have different expectation. So starting from next week by Monday, we're going to be having a free VIP. Okay, so what we're going to be doing on the VIP is just me calling trades, and I'll be making videos in the morning, and we're going to be having live session, joint live session before then, so I can explain every other thing to you guys. So it's probably going to be tomorrow or something, but I'm going to be making the announcement very soon. Alright, on the Telegram channel. So if you're not on the Telegram channel, you want to go join the Telegram channel now. Let's do this together. Right, it's free. Right, I'm not charging you guys anything. Right, it's just free. Then if we do that, and if you guys see, probably we can now move to telling you guys to pay me, and all those good stuff. This week on GPUSD has been fantastic. On SPX, I hardly lose on SPX this week. I'm just going to be trading this zone, and this zone. Alright, those are the three zones I'm going to be trading. And in my previous videos, I make an explanation to why I'm trading those zones. Right, it's very simple. Like here, if you look back here, you can see bounce, several bounces right there, bounce, market reaction, and now price is pushing towards it. What does that mean? Right, it means this key psychological level is a strong one. In my previous video, I explained what we call trend continuation in my strategy and what we call the retracement in my strategy. Alright, so I said a trend continuation is probably that movement that you see that doesn't have a pullback. Right, probably you're waiting at a particular zone, you're waiting for price to come test that zone, and price never comes back there. And that is the reason we're having two entry zones all the time. Alright, so we have this zone here, and the reason why we have this zone is because we are expecting a retracement back to this psychological level. What if it never happened? What if we just have price reverse from here now, break this key psychological level, break above this high right here, and continue to fly to the upside? What if that is the case? We also have an approach for that. Alright, that is the reason why I always talk about two entries and all that stuff. Alright, so the other zone I'm going to be waiting for price is for price to break its own highs. Alright, this is the highs that price has made, and it's been reversing to this point here. So I'm just going to patiently wait for price. If it doesn't give me entry right here, I will just wait for price to break this key psychological level, break its high, and give me an entry. But just for my guys, I explain all these trades every day, every single day to them. Alright, as you guys can see, this is a bounce. We waited at this point here for price to push back to. We can see price push back there. That was a win we had yesterday. Alright, the other day we waited for price. This is a bounce right here. We waited at this key psychological level. Alright, as you guys can see, price pushed a little bit below it, but eventually price crashes back up. We get into the trade. That was also a win. Alright, at this point here we had a loss, so we get into the trade again, and I end up breaking even on this trade right here. And this was on Monday. On Monday we had a win on this zone right here. Same thing explained, bounce. Alright, at this point here price came back to retrace that point. We got into the trade like that. Alright, and on Tuesday, alright, I think this was on Tuesday. Alright, on Tuesday we had this loss right here. We had a continuation in this situation. We had price not coming back to test this point here, and instead price presented an opportunity on the upper side right here. We got into the trade and it ended up in a loss. Alright, so the plan here is not for you to make everything. The plan is to at least, you understand, win some and lose some. But at the end of the day, we want our winners to overcome, alright, overpower, or be more than our losses. This is the best day trading strategy out there. As well, we have a bounce. Alright, so we can have price comes very deep right at this point here. If we're waiting for all this, we end up getting into just one or two trades. Alright, there's a complete guide on how I take two trades in a day. all right, using 3 pairs, right? So, and I have a very simple explanation on how I approach the market every day, the amount I want to risk, my account size, and everything. Of course, I'm going to be explaining that on the live session I'm going to be having with the free VIP. I'm also going to be attending to you guys' questions, right? So if you have any questions, I'm also going to be answering that. So you want to be there, right? That's if it's necessary. It's not really for everybody. Right? So I love. All right, gold this morning, we've been on an uptrend. All right, as you guys can see, all we just have to do right at that point, all right, this is when market opened yesterday. All right, so we just waited for price to come test this key psychological level because it's a strong one. All right, we can see price bouncing away from there. You can also see price bounce away, and right at this point here we can see a bounce right here too. All right, and after that we can see price push back to that point there. So that was the reason why we got into the trade in the first place. Right, yesterday we had the win on that. All right, and if you check the week, gold didn't really behave very nicely this week. We are losing on gold presently, minus 1.5, right? But anything can still happen today. Probably we're going to be recovering that on gold, but generally we are not losing. All right, generally I think we are close to 80% profit for this week already, and today is just Friday today. All right, we can see bounce, bounce, right? So this key psychological level is important to me. All right, so I'm going to treat it like a gold. All right, so if price push back to that point there, right there, I'm going to be getting into the trade if I see opportunity right there. Okay, and if price doesn't give me entry right there and just crashes to the downside, I'm probably going to be hanging around this zone again to get in for long. All right, and if price make a continuation right here, then I'm going to be waiting for price to break this key psychological level to to get into the trade. That's the crazy thing I love about the strategy, crazy thing I love about my trading generally. All right, we are always everywhere. We are buzzing around, just like bees buzzing around your ears. We are everywhere. Anywhere the market wants to go, we are always there for the market. That's the beautiful thing I love about day trading, right? People who knows me very well, who are close to me, I really love to be in the market all the time. We're waiting for price to break above here so that we can get into the trade, possibly, or we're waiting for price to pull back to this point here so that we can go long, or we're waiting for price to push back to this point here so that we can go long. All right, there is only going to be just two approach. All right, the first approach, if the first approach fails, then we're going to be indulging the second approach. Moving on to SPX. So basically SPX, we had a win, we had this loss right here. This is the same day loss. All right, so we had 2% loss right here, and we had the win. So we're sitting around plus 5.5. all right, on SPX, right? That's very good for this week. Looking at the trend, we're on an uptrend. So what we want to do is to concentrate on looking for buys, right? We don't want to do any other thing, right? We just want to buy. Which zones are strong in the market? All right, it's very plain, right? You can see right here, looking back to this point here, this key psychological level is way strong, right? We can see a bounce right here, a bounce right here, a break above it, and a bounce right here, a bounce again before price crashes to the downside. So if we're going to be having a bounce right at that point there's a reason, there's something we can actually link that to. This zone is going to be strong for me today, this key psychological level. This one is going to be super strong for me, this key psychological level, and this continuation right here is also going to be a strong zone for me, that psychological level. So if I have an entry presented right here, I'm just going to be targeting above this guy right here. So that's just a simple thing that I'm going to be doing. All right, this morning, starting from Monday, I'm going to be sharing every single trade that I'm getting into. Stay profitable, guys. God bless you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye for now, guys.